Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents Beyond Reason, Teller's Story, Part 2, by Autumn Jones Lake. Narrated by Troy Duran and Elizabeth Hart. Chapter 1. Teller. Would you put your damn phone away before you get us into an accident? Murphy scolds from the passenger seat of my truck. Shut up. The light's red. I'm worried about Charlotte. Haven't heard from her all day. You think hanging out with Alexa last weekend scared her away? I snort. Doubt it. Charlotte eased right into helping me care for Alexa. Been thinking all sorts of things that are way too soon to be thinking about ever since. No, I finally answer. Well, I need your full attention tonight. He motions toward the green light and lets out an exasperated snort. You got it. He's right. Time to pull my head out of my ass now. Worry about Charlotte later. She's probably just catching up on work from last week. While she never came right out and said it, I'm pretty sure she had rearranged her schedule to help me out. Something I both appreciated and felt guilty about. Do you want my opinion? Murphy asks. Not really. He chuckles. Ha! Tough. Brace yourself. When I let out a short laugh, he continues. You don't want to admit it, but you need a chick who sets boundaries. You think that's what she's doing? I mean, she's a strong chick who isn't afraid to say no to you. And that's a good thing. Yes? It's true. She's sweet as hell, but she's got a fiery temper and not afraid to call me out when I'm being a dick. Even more, she listens and wants to know why I'm such a moody jerk. This is real. Otherwise, you're taking a huge risk for just a fuck. I reach over and punch him. She's not. I didn't say she was. She's feisty when she wants to be. Yeah, I figured. That's why when you finally own her ass, it's different. I understand what he's getting at. Bunnies are good for a quick release, for fun. But they can't keep my interest. And they don't give a shit about who I am beyond my place in the club. Better than anything you had before, he says with absolute authority. What would you know about it? You look at Heidi and she fucking jumps. Should have thought that one through because I really don't want an answer. Glancing over, I see he's wearing the smirk that suggests I'd rather not know what he's thinking. Trust me, your sister has no problem expressing herself. I snort and shake my head. An evil thought enters my brain and immediately leaves my mouth. Fuck, she doesn't make you get on all fours and bark like a dog, does she? His laughter fills the truck cab and he punches my arm. No, you creepy-ass perv. Where do you come up with this shit? This is too good not to keep poking at him. Does she make you wear a bear costume? I tap my finger against my cheek and pretend to consider it. Because I can kind of see her doing that. He's laughing so hard I barely make out the, "You're such a dick," he sputters at me. What I was trying to explain, before you shared all the disgusting thoughts in your warped head, he says after he stops laughing, is you still think of her as a bratty little kid, not a woman who knows her own mind. No, I don't. In a quieter voice, he adds, I'm not taking advantage of her. Hey, I don't think that at all. Okay, he says, before turning to stare out the window. I missed this. What? Joking around with you. He runs his palms over his jeans a few times before continuing. I'm so sorry I didn't go with you guys that day. His somber tone is weighed down with guilt, and it brings me right back to the darkest parts of the last few months. The darkness Charlotte's helped me crawl out of without even realizing it. I swallow hard. I could have lost him too if he'd been there. I'm not mad at you, I finally say. You asked me to go with you, and I should have. I don't blame you or anything stupid like that. Never once have I thought Mariella's death was anyone else's fault but mine. Well, Heidi and me together hasn't helped. I'm not mad at you about that either. You're not? He asks, sounding genuinely surprised. She's my baby sister. I don't want her with anyone. And you're my best friend. It was a little weird for me. It's not about you, he says quietly. Yeah, I get that. It's not that I think you two shouldn't be together. I trust you to take care of her. He doesn't say anything, so I keep going. I'm sorry I didn't take you seriously when you tried to tell me how you felt about her. You wanted her out of the life, he guesses, away from the MC. I used to feel that would be the best thing for her. I understand that, he says slowly. But the club's her family too. Lost Kings run through her blood, same as ours. Why is that so bad? You know the risks we take, I explain. I'm driving you to an illegal underground fight, for fuck's sake. This is nothing new. She's aware of the risks. He holds up a hand, cutting off any protest from me. Maybe not the details, but she's not stupid. I know. I'll bust my ass to make her happy and give her whatever she wants. And at least I know if something ever happens to me, the club will take care of her. I blow out a breath. Yeah. Thanks for helping us go on that trip, by the way. We always talked about something like that. It was nice to finally be able to go. Always? We've been together for a few months. He lets out another exasperated huff. You realize she was my friend first, right? We used to talk about road trips and all sorts of shit. He shakes his head and stares out the window. We were planning to do a spring break run before she got pregnant. You what? Really? His voice takes on a sharper edge. You seem to have this notion that she's with me by default, or I'm with her out of some twisted obligation. I catch him smirking at me from the corner of my eye. It's starting to hurt my feelings, bro. I hesitate because even though he's trying to make a joke, I think he meant what he said. I don't think that, Blake. Sure. Okay. He's quiet again for a few minutes. I'm sorry I haven't been around more. All this stuff with the gym and the house, and I'm happy for you, brother. That the gym I was about to buy into burned down? No, you asshole. Come on. Once everything's sorted out, it's going to be huge. Thanks. After a few minutes, he chuckles. So, bear costumes, huh? What kind of fucked up shit are you into? His phone goes off and he checks the text. That's a relief, he says. Ruthless backed out. Who? Remy Holt. I actually like the kid. Wasn't looking forward to kicking his ass in front of his whole crew. You going soft on me? That's what she said. Laughter busts out of me at the stupid joke. I walked right into that. Yeah, you did. You nervous? I ask. Nah. Who'd they replace him with? Another text comes in. Don't recognize the name, he mumbles, tapping his phone. Trying to look him up. After a few minutes, he gives up and sets the phone down. Not much on him. Great. He's probably some big Russian dude built like a tank. He holds out his arms, stretching to my side of the truck. I ain't exactly small, bro. Slapping his arm out of the way, I laugh. I'm well aware. We rag on each other all the way to the old warehouse where the fight's being held. Why are these things always in abandoned warehouses? I ask, turning off the truck. Because we have so many around here, Murphy offers. This isn't the same crowd that used to show up for rats fights. Still illegal as fuck, but at least they have some rules. Guy who runs it is solid. If that's supposed to reassure me, it doesn't. Tell her. Look at me. I meet his steady green eyes, and there isn't even a hint of fear in them. I got this. I know you do, brother. We meet Ravage in the parking lot, and he slaps Murphy on the back a few times. Ready, killer? Fuck yeah. Murphy wasn't lying. While the setup is similar, it's not the same bloodthirsty crowd I'm used to. The people in attendance are younger, but seem to have a lot of cash to throw around. We check Murphy in, and he's ushered into the back to wait his turn. Ravage and I watch the group of fighters for a few seconds, neither of us comfortable leaving Murphy alone and unprotected. Murphy flashes us a thumbs up and waves us away. Ironically, the kid he's fighting is actually Russian. A tall, lanky guy they call Frogfoot. Not exactly terrifying, I mutter to Ravage. I've seen him before, Ravage says as we find a spot up front. He's quick, jumps around a lot, like a fucking frog. Ravage and I stand shoulder to shoulder right outside the ring. He keeps his arms folded over his chest and his eyes moving over the crowd. Our combined size is enough to keep people away from us. We're both ready to pounce should things get out of control. I don't trust these people to keep the fight honest, no matter what Murphy said. And fuck, if anyone dares mess with my brother, I'll kill them myself. Surveying the warehouse, I lean over to Ravage. How many exits you see? He tilts his head toward the back corners. 3 closest ones, 3 more up front, but the whole place has broken windows and cracks wide enough to slip through. Fantastic. Hopefully it doesn't crumble down on top of us tonight. He barks out a laugh. You sound like Rock. Before I can respond to that, a tall, built kid comes over, holding out his hand. You tell her? Yeah, I answer slowly. Griff Royal. We shake hands and he doesn't engage in any macho posturing bullshit. Stonewall, right? Ravage asks. Griff nods. I'm not going in the ring tonight, though. He faces me again. My buddy Remy wanted to apologize for backing out last minute. Kid doesn't look like a biker, but he shows respect like one, which is unusual. It's all good, I say. Murphy's got a lot of respect for Remy. Said he wasn't looking forward to beating him on his home turf. Griff throws back his head and laughs. Ha! Sounds like Murphy. While you're here, is Remy aware some guy tried to bring his sister to one of our clubhouse parties? I ask. Murphy shut that down. A dark look crosses Griff's face. No, he's not. I'll handle it. Maybe I should have kept that to myself. Anyway, Griff says, shaking off his tense expression. They're both signed up for another fight in a couple months. Maybe they'll get matched up then. We shake hands again, and he strides back into the crowd. I'm not sure who he is in this particular underground circle, but people sure as fuck move out of his way when they see him coming. Motherfucker, I grumble under my breath. Murphy said this was his last fight. He better pray Frogfoot doesn't rough him up too much, 'cause I'm gonna kick his fucking ass for lying to me. Finally, Murphy struts out, all furrowed brows and single-minded focus. I don't wave or do anything stupid to distract him. The hairs on the back of my neck rise as the fight starts. Frogfoot is aptly named, and his quick jumping style lands him a few punches. One fist to Murphy's stomach and one to the face. But that's it. Murphy shakes it off and backs up a few steps before going after Frogfoot. Like a machine, he hammers a sequence of punches to his opponent's stomach, side, and finally his face. The last one puts the kid down, and he stays down. The crowd erupts in an explosion of shouting and cheering, rushing toward the ring. From where I'm standing, I'm able to see the kid I talked to earlier, Griff, hand Murphy a wad of cash. Then Murphy's on the move, throwing on his sweatshirt and picking up his bag from the side of the ring. He moves past the girls who approach him without a second glance. Holy fuck! Nice work! Ravage shouts. Turn your slips in? Murphy asks us. Doing it on our way out. I glance back at the crowd. You staying for any other fights? Murphy doesn't even hesitate. Nah, I want to get home. We start moving toward the exit, and I duck over to the window to collect our cash. Outside, Ravage takes his share of the winnings and slaps us each on the shoulder. See you back at the clubhouse? Murphy chuckles. Yeah, I definitely need to stop there before I go home. Speaking of lying, I say on the way to the truck. What's that? Murphy asks. Had a chat with your buddy Griff. Says you've got another fight lined up. I let that hang in the air while we get in the truck and I start it up. We're on the highway when Murphy finally answers my question. The fight's a couple months away. If this went well, I was going to drop it. Good. He sits back and closes his eyes. I glance over. You all right? Yeah. He lets out a sigh and keeps his eyes shut. Just want to get home and see my girls. How you planning to explain your face? Murphy waves me off, then winces. I'll clean up at the clubhouse. Even though I'm mad at him, his silence bugs me. How you feeling? Rough. He sits up, shifting in his seat. Been slacking in my workouts. Going from a week-long run straight to the ring wasn't my smartest idea. You think? By the time we get home, he's vibrating with energy again, bouncing around the yard, pretending to spar with Ravage. I really think I have one more in me, you know? Especially if I train right. You won this one, I say, shaking my head. Go out on top. Yeah, but why don't you worry about recovering from this fight first? Because I'm a dick, I poke him in the side. I think you might have a cracked rib. Ow, you fuck! He gives me a solid punch to the arm. Damn, brother. I thought you were all tapped out. Don't test me right now. I got enough adrenaline left in me to fuck you up before I pass out. Ravage snorts and slaps Murphy's back. Huh. Sax will help you calm down. I throw a punch at Rav to shut him up. That's the last image I want in my head. Knock it off, fucker. Unfortunately for Murphy, my sister's waiting for him in the clubhouse. Fuck, he mutters under his breath as soon as he sees her. Busted, I snicker, not at all embarrassed that I'm acting like a 10-year-old. I've known Blake since I was 10, so it's normal. Oh my God, Blake! Heidi rushes over to us, grabbing Murphy's arm. What the hell happened? Nothing. I'm fine. He won, little sis. That's all you need to know. She glares at me and plants her fist on her hip. You knew about this? Club business, I growl at her. Anger screws up her face and I square my shoulders. Don't you dare slap me. You got away with it once because I was being an asshole. Don't try it again. Hey, Murphy snaps, slapping my arm. Watch it. Where's Alexa? My sister has the nerve to roll her eyes at my question before pointing upstairs. Why are you over there, beautiful? Murphy asks. She turns her glare on him. I was all by myself over there. She bites her lip. I came over to help Swan with a few things. Her voice turns hard again. I didn't know you were off getting the crap beaten out of you. He reaches out, taking Heidi's hands. I'm fine. Come take care of me. The two of them go back and forth in low voices for a few seconds. Heidi's still bitching at him when he turns, gives me a smirk, flips her over his shoulder and carries her to the staircase. Put me down, she squeals and giggles the entire way up the stairs. The sound of what I'm pretty sure is his hand cracking down on her ass a few times is enough to make me look around for the nearest trash can to hurl into. Some love spanks will be good for her. Ravage claps his hand on my shoulder. They're probably going to finish that sentence and I'll kill you. He raises his hands in the air in surrender, but continues laughing at me. Asshole, I grumble. I wouldn't go upstairs, Z calls out. You know they're going at it. Christ, the second Murphy and Heidi got together, I should have asked to swap rooms with one of my brothers, or move to the other side of the damn mountain. Don't they have a room at Rock and hopes to defile? I join Z, who holds out his hand for a slap. Alexa's here, so they're probably spending the night, aren't they? I ask as I sit next to him and take the joint he offers. Afraid so, brother. Fuck this. I really want to call Charlotte. I'm beat. I'm going to risk it, I say to Z, who laughs. As I pass Murphy's room, it's surprisingly quiet. I'd better stay that way. Inside my room, I drop down on my bed, remembering how good it felt to have Charlotte here with me. Hoping she's still up, I give her a call. She answers on the second ring. Hey, where you been? I've been worried about you. That's a more stalker-boyfriend type of greeting than I intended, but it's the truth. Work's keeping me busy, she answers in a flat tone. Did I wake you up? Sort of. Sorry. I was going to ask to come see you. That's not a good idea. How's your trial or whatever you had going on? It's been a rough week. This whole conversation feels off, but I can't tell if it's fatigue or something else. I'll let you go back to sleep. Call me tomorrow. I'm going to be busy. This is not the way I thought this call would go at all. All right. Love you, sunshine. It's quiet on her end. So quiet I think she's hung up on me. Then there's a sigh or a sob. I can't tell, and it drives me nuts. Charlotte, are you okay? She makes a hiccuping sound that definitely makes me think she's crying. I love you too, Marcel. I hope you know that. Before I have a chance to ask more questions, the line goes dead.
Chapter 2. Charlotte. I'm scared shitless. My fear blocks me from processing the grief of losing my mother. The fear of my uncle possibly hurting Marcel won't go away either. The funeral home Chuck demanded I meet him at is a pleasant enough old Victorian house, painted a cheerful yellow and white. From memory, I park in the back. My heels click over the uneven sidewalk as I circle the building, unsure of what to do next. Memories of sitting on that front porch trying to keep Carter occupied during my father's wake roll over me. My breath catches, and my heart thumps painfully. I can't believe she's gone. Approaching the front steps slowly, I'm assaulted by 1,000 different memories of my dad's funeral, of everyone in the club riding to the cemetery in honor of my dad, of my mother downing so much vodka to blot out her grief she could barely stand up at the funeral. They're both gone now. Carter's sitting in a white rocking chair on the front porch, but stands when he sees me. What's wrong? What do you think? My tone comes out much sharper than I intended. His face falls, and I feel like absolute shit. I'm sorry, Carter. My brother's the sweetest, most forgiving person on the planet, and allows me to crush him against me. I'm so sorry I wasn't there, Carter, I whisper, hugging him even tighter. His body shakes from the effort of holding back his tears. I was there, he croaks out. It didn't help. It's not your fault. He nods against me. Right. I know my brother. He'll blame himself. Why are you out here? Waiting for you. He lowers his voice. Chuck's come unhinged. I didn't want to be near him. Yeah. Tell me about it, I mutter. He gives me a strange look but doesn't have a chance to question me. The front door opens. You two coming in or not? Chuck shouts. Carter puts his hand on my back and ushers me inside, keeping himself between Chuck and me, which I appreciate. Why he bothered having us meet him here eludes me. Chuck's not interested in our input. He makes all the decisions concerning my mother, and since I honestly have no idea what she wanted, I sit there mute and let him. When it's finally over with, the arrangements made, the bills paid by Chuck, he walks us out to the front porch. You two want to come to the clubhouse? He gives me a pointed look. Just getting together with family. I can't think of anything I want to do less. I'm exhausted. It sounds feeble even to my ears, but it's the truth. Ignoring my brother, Chuck pulls me aside. You remember what I said, right? How you threatened my boyfriend? Yes, I remember. His eyes turn cold. It wasn't a threat. You don't want to push me on this one, Charlotte. I wouldn't dream of it. He pats my cheek. Good girl. Come home with me. I beg Carter once Chuck's gone. You shouldn't be there alone. It's fine. I want to look through some things before Chuck gets his hands on the house. I can't think of anything of value in that house that Mom didn't sell off a long time ago. Like what? Photo albums, some pictures of Dad, Mom's journals. You know, before she lost her ever-loving mind. He flashes a pained smile. The stuff Chuck will just toss in a dumpster. Carter. My heart's breaking, and I have to pause to collect myself. I don't want you doing it alone. Let me run home and change clothes. Bring pizza or something. You got it. Less than an hour later, I stumble into my apartment, intent on getting in and out. Marcel's waiting for me in the living room. My heart clenches at the sight of him. For the briefest second, I consider falling against him and sharing everything. Christ, what if my uncle has someone watching my apartment? Where you been, sunshine? He asks, moving in to kiss me. I duck out of his hold. Why are you here?
You sounded really down last night.
He steps back, frowning.
I missed you.
His head tilts.
What's wrong?
What if Chuck's on his way over now? Nothing. I had a bad day and I want to chill out. At least that statement's true.
Okay, so let's chill.
By myself. A flash of hurt crosses his face, but he squares his shoulders.
Can I do anything for you? You want to talk about it?
The end of my nose tingles and tears sting my eyes. I don't deserve this sweet, caring man who doesn't realize every second he's with me puts him in danger. No, I don't want to talk about it. Can't I have one night without you in my face? My voice cracks and I have to look away.
Are you mental?
He rattles the key to my apartment in front of me.
You gave me this.
Yeah, well, it didn't mean come on over whenever you feel like it.
Charlotte,
he says, using a more reasonable tone.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. I told you I want to be alone. I need some space. Part of me hates myself for giving in to my uncle's demands, but I don't know what else to do. You're suffocating me. Blowing out a frustrated breath, he sets my key on the desk and opens the door.
Let me know when you're feeling a little less psycho.
As soon as he's gone, I want to run after him and spill everything, beg him to forgive me, protect me, and figure out this mess. But that's a selfish thing to ask when I know how much it will cost him. So instead, I put my back to the door and stare at the wall. The week's events sucker punch me in the gut. My mother's gone. My uncle threatened me, threatened the man I love. My brother's traumatized. And I just chased away the only person who could help me make sense of everything. I can't tell Marcel the truth. It's safer for him to write me off as a crazy bitch. The alternative is unacceptable. Sparking a war between his club and my uncle's. That's exactly what will happen if Marcel finds out my uncle threatened me. Put his hands on me. A man like Marcel won't let that sort of behavior stand. He'll go after Chuck. The Wolf Knights will retaliate, and it will be a disaster. People will get hurt. If I allow that to happen, if I cause that to happen, Marcel's club will never forgive him. His club's his whole life, his family. My uncle's club ruined my life once. I won't allow them to rip Marcel's life apart. The numbness that followed me all day ebbs as I slide down to the floor. As I sit there in my darkening apartment, the tears finally fall.
Chapter 3. Teller. What the fucking fuck? I mutter for maybe the millionth time since leaving Charlotte's place. I wanted to stay, but I didn't know the words to break through her freak-out. Shit. Maybe I don't know her as well as I thought I did. For a brief, insane moment, I consider calling her brother to see if he knows what's going on with Charlotte, but then I lock that crazy down. 1, I don't know how to reach him, and 2, I'm not asking her little brother for advice on how to date his sister. I drag my sorry ass into the clubhouse, hoping no one's downstairs to annoy me. No such luck. "How's that pussy whip tastin'?" Z asks with a smirk as soon as he sees me. God damn, he's a dick lately. "What's up, you lazy shit? Why aren't you down at Crystal Ball?" Dressed in only a pair of loose running shorts, he's busy tying his sneakers while the dogs dance around him. "I was there all damn morning," he answers without looking up. When he's finished, he gives me a more serious appraisal as I drop down on the couch across from him. "You look like shit. What's wrong?" Before I have a chance to tell him to fuck off, the door opens. Z's eyes widen at the prospect of fresh meat to torment. "Speaking of whipped," he yells to Murphy. Murphy raises an eyebrow and slows his steps. "What did I walk into?" "Zero's being a dick." "So, the usual." Z's devilish gaze swings between us, and I brace myself for whatever obnoxious taunts are about to come out of his mouth. "Either of you tired of banging the same chick yet?" A growl works out of my throat. Don't care for Z talking about my sister or Charlotte that way, even if I don't know where I stand with Charlotte. "Really, bro? Let it go. Murphy slaps my arm. It's just...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?